Welcome to Listen.Think.Leap, the creative movement podcast where all you need is yourself, your imagination, and a bit of space. I'm your host and dance movement teaching artist, Miss Teresa. In today's episode, we're going to learn a new warm-up, explore the dance element space and the verb glide, play the stage direction game, and create a traveling dance. So go ahead, put your screens down, turn your volume up, get ready to dance because it's Listen, Think, Leap. Now before we get started, here's an important message for the grown-ups. By dancing along at home, you understand that the activities in this podcast carry a risk of injury, and if someone gets hurt or something gets damaged while participating, you will not hold Listen, Think, Leap liable. So double check to make sure any and all sharp corners, objects, slick spots, pets, people are safely outside your dancing space. If you have to move something to make room to dance, make sure to ask a grown-up if it's okay first. If you need to adjust your dancing space, pause the podcast now. Ready to dance? Here we go. Let's warm up our muscles and mind. For this warm-up, follow along with my directions and try to keep moving at a steady, even beat, like a metronome, or the tick-tock of a clock. Really mechanical and robotic. Are you ready? We're going to start with our head. Here we go. Turn your head to the right. Now to the left. Again, turn your head to the right and to the left. Nice and sharp. Look to the right and look to the left. Last time, look right. Good. And look left. This time we're going to look up and then our head looks down. Good. And look up and down. Again, head looks up and head bends down. One more time. Head up. Head down. Now we're going to do our shoulders. Shoulders go up, touching your ears, and press them down, away. And again, shoulders up, shoulders press down. Again, shoulders up, and shoulders down. Good. Last time, shoulders up, and shoulders down. Now we're going to do our arms. Bend your arm at the elbow. Now straighten your arm. An elbow bends as the arm folds in. Elbow extends as the arm folds out. And elbows bend. And arms straighten. Last time, elbow bends and straighten. Now let's do our hands. Close your hands and make a fist. And open your fingers wide. Close your hands in a ball. And open your hand wide. Good. And close your hand. And open your hand. And last time, close. And open. Good. Now our knees. We're going to bend our knees. And straighten your knees. Bend your knees. And straighten your knees. And bend. And straighten. Once more, bend your knees. And now straighten. Good. Now use your whole body. Dance like a robot. Use your head, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, and your legs. Bend and straighten. Move side to side or up to down and freeze. Good job. Relax. Now that we're warmed up, let's check out our vibrant verb. Vibrant verbs are energetic and fun action words. Today's verb is glide. Glide means to move with a smooth, continuous motion. Let's dance the verb glide. Imagine the floor is now an ice rink. It's smooth, cold, and very slippery. If you were to pick up your feet too quickly, you might fall down. So instead of walking, I want you to slide one foot forward and then pick up your other foot very gently and step that foot forward and slide it. Good. Try it again. Pick one foot up and slide it forward nice and smooth. And the other foot glides forward nice and smooth, just like ice skating. Keep picking up your foot and sliding. Again, pick your foot up and glide it across the floor. No sharp, jerky movements. Feet are connected to the ground. Keep sliding as long as you can before taking another step. Go ahead and change directions or turn if you get to the edge of your space. Gliding. Now, try gliding backwards instead of walking backwards. Slow and even. Checking behind you so you don't run into anything or anyone else. Good. Now, try gliding your feet in a circle like you're ice skating. How long can you keep your foot attached to the floor before you have to pick it back up again? Good. Now I want you to choose where you go. Can you glide your feet in a zigzag? Good. Or a curvy squiggle? What does it look like when you add your arms or your hands to your gliding feet? Keep reaching and gliding those feet, soaring across a frozen lake, back and forth, around and around, nice and smooth. Great work. Now make your glides even bigger. Just a couple more. Start to find an ending pose with your glide. And find stillness. Hold. And relax. Wonderful job exploring the verb glide today. Let's check out our dance dictionary for today. Our dance dictionary helps us learn about elements we can use to make our dancing more dynamic, creative, and fun. Today, we're exploring space. No, not outer space, your dancing space. You have to have space to dance, but it doesn't have to be a fancy dance studio or even a big room. Wherever you are dancing, being aware of how big it is and what's around you is very important. Let's test out your dancing space. Find the exact middle of your space. Or if you are dancing with someone else, find a place that is equal distance away from them and the edge of your dancing area. Stretch your arms out wide to the sides. If you can't stretch your arms fully, move to a spot where you can. Good. Now spread your fingers into a fan. Bend to one side, keeping your belly button facing front. Stretching and reaching those arms. Good. Now bend all the way to the other side, keeping those arms straight, keeping that belly button facing forward. Do your hands touch the floor as you bend? Now return to standing straight, up nice and tall with your spine, and drop those arms. Go ahead and give them a shake. 1, 2, 3. And then reach those arms out to the side again. Twist your spine to the right, keeping those arms straight. Good. And switch and twist your spine to the left. Good. And return your spine facing forward. Drop those arms down to your side and give them a shake. 1, 2, 3. And relax. Good job. Now, go ahead and walk to the edge of your space. And start walking along the edge and outline of your space with your steps. Pretend it's a picture and you're measuring a frame for it. Pay attention to the difference between the space you can dance in and the space you can't dance in. Do this walk a few times, walking around the edge of your space. It's your job to make sure that you are aware and in charge of where you're dancing today. Wonderful job. Now that you've explored the perimeter or the edge of your space, you can spend some time dancing inside it. This time I want you to move however you want. You can do slow spins, raising your arms up high, bringing them down low, swooping legs and knees. Beautiful. You can dance in straight lines. You can dance forwards or shuffle backwards. As you dance, I want you to imagine you have paint on your feet. It can be any color you want. Dance over every inch of your space as if you were trying to paint the floor with your footprints. Beautiful. Match the music, move slow and deliberate so you cover every single inch of your space with your color. try taking small steps or giant steps. Nice graceful arms sweeping. Try soft shuffling with your feet. Could try skips or another turn. Get that last couple inches of your space. One last spin. I want you to come back to the center of your space. Go ahead and reach your arms out to your side. One more time. Palms nice and wide. Drop them down and relax. Wonderful job exploring your space. It's time for a dance game. Dance and theaters use special directions to make sure everyone can communicate and understand where they should move and stand in any space, big or small. There are 4 basic stage directions. The first one is downstage. That's the front of the stage where an audience might be sitting. Upstage is the back of the stage. Go ahead and raise your right hand. That'll be stage right. Now wave your left hand. Stage left is your left if you are facing front. Got it? We are going to imagine your dancing space is now a stage. Pick a front for your stage. Did you pick one yet? Good job. Go ahead and face to your front. Remember, this will be downstage. Ready to play? Listen and follow the directions. Ready? Here we go. Face downstage. Remember, that's your front. Go ahead and give a giant wave to an invisible audience. Now, slide one time to stage right. And shuffle 3 times stage left. Good job. Take 3 steps upstage. Remember, that's moving behind you at the back of your space. Now 2 jumps downstage. 1, 2. Good. 1 step stage left. Nice. And 1 step upstage. Here we go. 4 marches moving stage right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now face down stage and make a silly pose. Don't forget to add a silly face. Good. Reach your right arm towards stage right. And take 5 tiny tiptoe steps stage right. Good. Now 1 giant jump up stage. Remember, that's behind you. And take 4 marches down stage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 1 hop stage left. And take a bow facing down stage. Fantastic work. How did it feel using different words to talk about space? Were they easy to remember or confusing? Last but not least, let's make a dance. Today we're going to use our vibrant verb glide and dance dictionary element space to make a traveling dance. First, let's try out our floor pattern, or the pattern of where to move in your space. You get to make this dance all your own by coming up with your own movements for each step. Just make sure that as you spin, hop, skip, glide, twist, or float, that you really pay attention to exactly where you are moving in your space. And I want you to try and remember each dance step that you are doing, so you'll be able to repeat it a second time. Don't forget to dance with your whole body, and that includes your arms and your face. To review our pattern, go ahead and stand up in the center of your space. I want you to dance in a circle. Make that circle really big. Think about your arms as you move, your feet, your spine. Good. Now you're going to glide forward. Try and do it 3 times. Nice and smooth. 1, 2, and 3. Now, glide sideways 1 time. And then dance back to the center of your space. Remember, that can be however you want to. Take your time. Think about using your arms. Lift those knees maybe. And then dance in place once you get there. Try and stay in the same spot, but see how you can twist your spine. Or use your elbows or your head or your knees to dance, and then find an ending pose. Good. Now, let's try that again. I want you to see if you can do the same exact movements you did the first time we were practicing our floor pattern, with one change. I want you to imagine every movement and shape you make is like a balloon that you just added a little extra air to, so that your movements are bigger and smoother. Ready to try it? Here we go. Stand up nice and tall in the center of your space and dance in a circle. Good. Don't forget your arms. Try and make that circle as big as the first one you made. Now it's time to glide forward 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Good. Now glide sideways 1 time. Nice. And dance to the center of your space. Again, thinking of those arms, trying to retrace your movements the first time we went over the pattern. Good. And now dance in place. Good. Thinking about those spines, your head, your elbows, and see if you can find that same exact ending pose you had the first time. Wonderful job. Well, that's about all the time we have for today, but before we go, let's cool down. Start off by dancing however you want to, but pay attention to this music. It's slow, so match your dancing to the slow rhythm of this music. Good. Now pause and reach both arms way up high as you take a big breath in and hold it. Really stretch. Then breathe out. Relax and let your arms gently float down to your sides. Wonderful. Let's do that again. This time make your dancing a little bit smaller and a little bit slower. Good, and stop. Take a deep breath in, reach to the side this time. And exhale your breath out and let those arms relax down. Good. This last time, make your movements really small. So small that you could barely see that you were dancing if you were looking in a mirror. Nice and slow. Wonderful. And go ahead and stop. Reach far to the other side as you inhale a big breath. And then let the air out of your lungs as you relax and let those arms float down. Slowly sit down. Good. And breathe in. And breathe out. And again, breathe in. Breathe out. And one more time, breathe in. And breathe out. And find stillness. Today's episode was produced and edited by Teresa Simpson. This episode featured music by Vladimir Podubnik, Mikhail Manvalian, Neil Cross, Emmanuel Detoni, Raz Machine, and Christina Nemo. Theme song by Sander Kalmashir. For the latest Listen, Think, Leap news, check us out on Facebook and Instagram. If you enjoyed the dancing along today, tell a friend to check us out. As always, thanks for moving with me. Till next time, remember to put down your screens, get on your feet, and keep dancing, kids.